Welcome back to the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2020 tournament. So we've got Google Team B versus Microsoft Team 2, and we've got Hero back in the studio.
Hey dudes, this is Hero from Team Shopify.
Not Spotify.
Not Spotify, contrary to popular belief.
What would happen if like Spotify joined this league and then we'd have like a Shopify versus Spotify? That would be a disaster.
There's another team who has Secret in their name too. We were choked. We thought Secret Shopify was the best.
Wait, there is? Which one?
In our league? I'm pretty sure. I can't remember who.
I don't think so. I would have remembered it.
Radiance ban.
This is like the first year Shopify is like joined, right? I haven't seen you guys in previous years.
I think maybe they played last year. This is the first time I've played in CEA.
Okay.
But I think they also play a ton of StarCraft too.
Yeah. I used to play StarCraft, but that was bad for my blood pressure. Too much DBZ.
Definitely.
Alright, let's hop into this draft. It's going a little bit slower than some of the other drafts I've seen.
Looks like they're just banning meta.
Fly past.
Just banning meta heroes they don't really want to play against. Snapfire kind of being one of them. Slardar, I don't love that hero as of late. I mean, it was like insanely strong, and now it just feels like there's so many ways to play against it.
I think it's like everyone's a little bit used to it.
Yeah, you kind of understand that he's just gonna sprint in your face and destroy you.
Yeah. Junko is a hero that like I don't know. I just feel like he gets like some people think Jug is really good. Some people think Jug is trash. I think Jug is really good. But
I think Jug is good because you can build him so many different ways. Like you're not pigeonholed into one or two items.
Yeah.
That there's just a ton of versatility with that hero. Like whether you shotgun the Ags or whether you go battle for your Maelstrom. Okay, banning out Ursa too.
You also like it's really hard to not win your lane with Jug. Like it's one of those like as a support player, I just like alright, let's win Jug the first few minutes and then I can just leave him alone. He'll just do his own thing. I don't have to like think about it.
And when you're laning against Jug, if you get caught with one slower stun, you're usually dead to a spin.
Yeah.
So it comes down to a lot of positioning, which just makes you he can body block the creep wave a ton just to make you too scared to kind of walk up so you don't eat a spin. The Ursa ban is definitely weird. I don't see a ton of Ursa. I still think this hero is insanely strong. I don't care about the nerfs.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's really hard to execute. Surprising, like when you play against Ursa, you're like, this hero is so unfair. It's like he just like instantly kills me, 50% status resistance. But then like when you actually like play with an Ursa on your team, it's really hard to like hit the timings. It's like, all right, we have to pick up Aegis at like 15 minutes, and we have to like make a big push with it. Like it's non-trivial.
Mm-hmm. I don't know though. I still think he dominates lanes. We had a big discussion about Ursa as well. I think not a lot of people play against it a ton since the nerf. And I think that he is just a lane dominator as well. Like mid game, it's going to depend on your farm and items to make you really viable to like walk into a team fight and dumpster everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is probably why people don't draft him as much. I feel like Monkey King might have just kind of the same, but a little bit more utility.
What do you think about Ogre? Because I know like Fruitcakes hates Ogre. He's like an Ogre hater.
I think Ogre is strong. Like I think Ogre secures you a ton in the lane. But it depends because as I'm sure you've seen, I think you played a game as Ogre too, and it feels useless when you can't dumpster your lane. Because the idea being you just walk up and you're just annoying. But if they have heroes who can kind of deal with the meat sack, then it becomes quite difficult to kind of scale because your heart keeps telling you to rush minus, but the items go a little bit differently.
Yeah, and also like, I mean, he hasn't been like this for a while, but like since they got rid of the AOE on Ignite, it's just been pretty miserable. You're always poor now. There's no way to farm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't kind of dump lanes out.
You're like, oh, let me ignite this wave and hope I get a
Only 10
multicast, and you get
seconds.
nothing, and it's like, fuck.
It's true. Okay, so
5 seconds remain.
they picked the Underlord, so the Ursa's already banned out. So you're not too worried about Underlord. Underlord, I feel, is one of those lane dominator heroes too that there's not a ton that you can play. Like you
I
always
mean,
think
Slark
maybe
is
to go
still in the
Monkey.
pool, right?
Slark is huge as well.
A
But Slark also
Ogre
has
lane?
low HP. Yeah, Bloodlust. That's a pretty strong lane. Just looking through their bans to see what they're kind of scared about. I don't agree with the Veno ban. It's just been kind of a throwaway ban. I don't think Veno's a good hero.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not a big believer in Veno either.
I just don't think it's enough. It requires a specific kind of play style where you can just get in the middle and alt and just be super annoying. Like in the lane, it's difficult to deal with, but he falls off a cliff.
I think like a position 4 Veno, like there's a space for it, but then like you might want your position 4 to do something different. I spent like a month trying to get position 5 Veno to work, but it's so underwhelming.
Okay, so they get a Spirit Breaker too,
Okay, trying
which
to
is a
get
fun hero.
nice and active, but there's already like 2 instant disables plus like Pit of Malice.
Mm-hmm. And they have the line as well.
Yeah, Hex is instant. Earth Spike is like pretty reliable. He just like target right in front of you, and you don't have to even click on him.
Mm-hmm. Which is funny that they changed his Earth Spike, but they still haven't changed Nyx because they both used to have the same, where you had to line it up, but now you can just single target it with line, but you can't do it with Nyx.
Yeah, Nyx's one doesn't even last as long. Like, it's the same duration now,
Only 10
which is like pretty
seconds.
memey.
Yeah, it's a little bit upsetting.
5 seconds. Hurry,
But I
hurry.
think the rest is like, I don't know. I just think Lion's a bad hero. Like
Team are now
he
picking.
just doesn't do enough.
I tend to agree. Like he's really annoying in lane because self feed mana for the impale. But until you kind of stack up your alt, there's not a whole lot it feels that hero can do.
His cast ranges are all like really short as well, so you can't really like rely on him to like find
10
pickoffs.
seconds to pick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just seems really different. Every time I've played
5
Lion
seconds
recently, I'm just like,
remain.
what am I doing? I'm trying to like land a Earth Spike Hex combo, and it's like impossible.
Exactly. So they banned Storm too, which is interesting because I feel like the heroes they already have
They have great
will
heroes
deal with
versus Storm. Yeah,
very well.
they should be banning Lifestealer if anything. Like Lifestealer Spirit Breaker would completely shred their team right now.
See, so they're gonna pick up a Lich, which is
So
okay, I suppose. So probably
position
Lion off
4
lane.
Lion.
I think it's gonna be a position 4. I think he's with their spam utility between the two of them. I think they can pressure on the lane. It's not a great synergistic lane.
Yeah, you can like keep them in the Firestorm for a little bit longer. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe we'll see an early point in Hex. Sometimes
Hurry,
you pick it up at
hurry.
level 2. It's pretty uncommon, but it is something you can do.
Entire team are now picking.
Magnus.
I feel like that. Okay.
This
So
still seems
offlane
like a
mag.
pretty free Lifestealer game, to be honest. Like they have so much to go with it right now. Like they
I
can just
agree, and I think
buff it up.
Lifestealer does very well against Overlord and Lion. Because then you don't care about the spam so much. You'll just right click creeps.
Yeah.
Only 10
If I
seconds.
was Google Team B, I'd probably pick it in the next one. Like you've already got Empower and Bloodlust, and then you have like
remain.
the Spirit Breaker to just like be a vessel to carry the Lifestealer.
We'll see what they pick here. Because they're gonna pick their carry. So I think that'll determine. I think Slark would still maybe be viable, but I think with the a little bit more difficult because with Slark's low HP pool, if you get caught out, you're kind of screwed.
Phantom Assassin.
Okay. PA.
Okay, so go with the PA. They don't really have any heroes she can blow up immediately.
Yeah, but a PA Lich lane is like, it seems pretty scary to me.
Definitely.
Like, is Mag
10
going to be
seconds to pick.
mid or off lane? That's
I mean, Mag can play
5
any
seconds.
of the
Hurry,
3 positions
hurry.
as well. You don't see a ton of safe lane Mag, but it still could be an option.
yeah.
If they're worried about the PA, I don't think Magnus has a ton to worry about with PA.
Yeah, you got this nice BKB piercing ultimate. So like even
Mhm.
if PA buys a BKB, it's like whatever. And you have Spirit Breaker as well. They have so much to go through BKB. Like I don't know, this might be a pretty tough game for the PA. Like if she jumps in, she's just gonna get chain stunned.
Hmm. Curious to see what they're gonna pick.
Dyer's ban.
Let's see.
Oh,
Okay, they pick up the AM, which kind of gets countered by PA.
I was this what? I was not expecting this at all.
And the AM versus Underlord, you just trade farms, so I guess it might be okay. But
mean,
if that
once-
PA gets on top of AM,
Once you burn all of Underlord's mana, he can't really do a whole lot. Like if you can do that
Only
before he gets
10
Soul Ring,
seconds.
then like
Mhm.
it's a pretty free AM lane. What's
5
Flame gonna
seconds
do?
remain.
I feel like the way I always think about Underlord lanes is, are we going to pressure him out and kill him, or are we just going to trade farm?
Radiance ban.
Because he'll just spam out the wave, and then you get a free wave under your tower. So it looks like that's kind of their option. I don't think Ogre can't really fight Underlord when he gets his passive, because he'll just right click Ogre for a ton of damage.
Right, but then like if AM can burn all of Underlord's mana, he's not gonna be able to get the
Only
stacks
10
that easily.
seconds.
Hmm. But once Soul Ring comes online, all he's going to do is
5
Q the wave and
seconds.
back up.
Hurry,
Yeah.
hurry.
It's true.
The AM pick is quite curious for me. They banned out AA as the last pick too, so I'm wondering if they're gonna go for some
Huskar.
cheese like Huskar, yeah,
Your team are now picking.
Let's see if
or
Wind Ranger
Alchemist, which would
banned.
be super greedy.
I wouldn't be on board with that actually. I really wouldn't. This just seemed like such a free lifestealer game right now for Google, and then you just like picked an anti-mage. I don't know. Maybe
Dyer's
I'm just
turn
like
to
a
be
hater.
forward.
Like too many pubs where there's been an
Razor.
anti-mage, and you're like, oh my god.
Okay, so they pick up Razor. So one thing that I do like about Google Team B's draft is that any of their 3 cores can play any of the 3 positions. So if they do pick a kind of mana dependent mid, they could put AM mid.
And then put the Razor against Underlord. That'd be pretty sweet.
Right. I think that AM is a
10
viable
seconds to
mid
pick.
depending on your matchup.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to
5
worry about a
seconds.
Battle Fury
Hurry,
timing as
hurry.
much because they have Empower from Magnus. So you could see him go like a Basher and a Manta straight up and just deal with Empower.
I mean,
They have a lot of options, I
Yeah,
guess we'd put it
like,
that way.
we'll
They could
probably
also
see-
put PA mid.
like we'll probably see like a Quap or something, right? And then like that way she can like blink out of the Razor, but then they could like bait them in and then okay, Sniper.
Choose your hero.
Okay, so that would absolutely dumpster the AM if
That-
you went mid.
that-
That's not a
I-
great line for Razor. Once Razor gets level 3, I think he has more potential.
I think it's pretty hard for Razor as well. It's definitely not easy for Razor.
Once Razor gets his field out, though, yeah, I mean, Sniper hates when heroes get on top, right? Especially when you suck out
Yeah.
his damage. So I think Razor would get bullied pretty heavily in the first few lanes, but the second that he has level 2 Link and at least 1 point in his queue, he could run at the Sniper. I feel like you could also put Magnus mid.
Oh, maybe. I feel like you'd probably want to put Razor mid. Honestly, I think AM will do fine against Underlord. Like I think it's
Mhm.
gonna be okay.
I don't think it'll be like a difficult lane, but like I said, I think they're just gonna trade out farm. I think that's kind of their whole goal with the top lane. I think they could do some fun stuff with their draft
Trying.
and just
Okay.
move some heroes around.
Well, Razor's got 2 pull
The
tangos.
stage is
AM's
set.
got
Yeah, he's
1.
gonna go mid.
They're both going mid.
See, so AM still hasn't bought kind of the rest of his items. So
Yeah, they
he's
don't know
got
yet.
another pool tango, another tango.
Also, Sniper, starting with boots level 1, he definitely doesn't want to get linked. I like this a lot. This is very, like, 200 IQ.
actually like just a little bit nervous just because of his base damage. Like without the agi
Oh,
slippers.
Razor also went boots first. He knows.
Yeah, stream snipe
There you
confirmed.
go. This is some like map hacking going on, dude. You see how they didn't
True.
leave their base until after the sniper left?
There you go. So the two boots is quite funny because I think they're both gonna have equal issues last hitting.
30 seconds
Razor
to
feels
battle.
super bad to last hit with if you don't kind of get the chain.
There's only 3 apart, and interesting that he went for shrapnel at level 1. I feel like most people would take headshot just for like the extra chance to get damage.
I think his worry being is he knows he's gonna get linked, and he has the slow, and this isn't gonna pull from his base attack.
Right.
Back
The
to
slow is
So
also like not very good at level 1. It's only 15%, but they have the same move speed.
I think that would be the play over, because he's gonna get linked. He already knows how to play the link. It's just to avoid the link and break it as soon as they can. Which is why I don't think Razor's gonna have any kind of opportunity
Okay, back to
until
video
Razor
games.
gets at least 2 points in link and then 1 in plasma field.
Dude, look at this Underlord build, alright? Mr. Bot on the line, he's got a headdress, and Underlord, 2 Ring of Regens, 1 to create a pipe and 1 to create a mech.
Interesting. I feel like you want a couple mangoes, especially since he went Firestorm 1. He can only
Yeah.
spam 2 though.
Oh,
Yep.
he's already dropped the
And he's gonna
Firestorm,
spam
but
it here.
Emmy, he took a pretty nasty stunt there.
He took
And-
blink.
Oh yeah, this
He
is
blinks up, yeah.
probably not good for the AM. I think he definitely wanted to go for Mana Break level 1, but
What's interesting to me is Ogre didn't pick up the Orb of Venom. I think Anti-Mage is going for it because he wants to burn out the mana of Underlord, which is why he didn't spend his 150 gold in base. I think he's probably, we're going to see him link it right away.
he has 2 pull tangos as well. Who's been giving
Ogre.
these tangos away?
Ogre playing position 6, I think.
Yeah.
It shall not be.
This is like
So
this
AM
one time I watched. Oh no, yeah, it's not important. What were you gonna
It's
say?
okay. I think AM getting blink level 1 is always kind of what you see because it really takes his ability to kind of walk up and out.
Yeah, I think this is already like a really bad start for Emmy.
We'll see what if he does carry out the orb.
Oh, he gets stunned under the Firestorm as well, so that's pretty painful. Also, level 1 Fire Blast. I am not the biggest fan of this. I feel like Ignite is like what you want at level 1. It's a long
Ignite for
duration
sure.
slow that does a ton of damage. 100 damage. Oh, it's 120 damage. Or 130?
I would like to see him go at least 1 in Ignite and then just go all for this AM. If this AM does get the orb, then he
Yeah.
can just walk at the Sunderlord. The link's coming out from Razor, but the positioning is very difficult. And it feels like Razor's kind of suffering in the last hits as well.
Yeah, you don't normally see Sniper ahead on last hits, but Razor's
Especially
getting
with
dumpstered
Boots
here.
level 1.
3-0 versus 5-5. That's damn. Alright, number 2 Shrapnel's coming out. Now Razor can't come up to the wave. That's without taking a ton of harass. So
I think he pops his Q here to secure the creep.
I think Sideshop is
can-
crushing it.
It's true. Well, Magnus just feels good in the lane because you can spam creeps.
Alright, Ogre, no points in the Ignite. He went for a level 2 Bloodlust.
See, AM's still saving his gold. He might just go for the Ring of Health.
He probably
Right
like,
away,
yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna pick up Orb of Venom. If anyone's gonna pick up Orb of Venom, it's gonna be Ogre and not AM.
Well, the fact that he didn't pick it out of base is what leads me to believe that AM might. Let's see what's on his career right now.
Wraithband.
That's a bummer. I feel like you either go all in on that.
I mean,
Or I've seen
you've
a
got the
couple of them
Bloodlust,
like
oh, nice. Level 2 Hex coming out from the line here, so doing a lot of damage
Might be
to
in
the
his
AM.
trouble. He's got a blink. Nice stun.
And they know AM doesn't have any points in Spell Shield because of how he's been skilling, so gonna get the maximum damage out of that. Unfortunately, the problem with level 2 Hex is that the cooldown is super long, it's 30 seconds. So that's why you don't always see it, and then you don't have a way to replenish your mana pool because you're not going mana drain. And I think you do want to pick up Earth Spike at level 3. Like 1-1-1 seems Could be okay.
I guess his job in this lane is to just bully, right? Like they're not necessarily worried about a kill potential because that would only come down to shock and fire.
He's gone 1-on-1. All right, I like it. You can also like eventually chip this AM out of all his mana, and then he can't blink anymore.
So AM just not going for the. I think the orb is definitely the play in this lane.
He's going.
Just because the Underlord wants to stand and hit creeps, but if you have Bloodlust plus Orb of Venom, you just get at least 2 or 3 more auto attacks in the lane off on this Underlord. And Underlord is not going for a Soul Ring.
He's going for like a Hex comes out, Earth Spike follow up. It's gonna get reflected back. So just missed the timing there. But I was gonna say like AIM's going for a no boots Battle Fury.
That feels a little bit bad. I think you always need treads on AM just for sustainability.
I think you want at least boots so you can like run down these heroes, right? Like Underlord's faster than you now. You never want to see that happening. And Lion's also a pretty slow hero.
Looks like the top lane is going very well for them. I mean, they are splitting farm with PA. PA is still getting a ton of last hits, but I think out of all the lanes, that's probably the Magnus is going to be off to the better start.
Yeah, so maybe TypeScript on the Magnus is going to have to play big here for his team. Because the other 2 lanes, they're not going too well.
I mean, the runes are coming up. Lich is already in position to grab 2. I feel like Lion is also just going to back up his 2.
Yeah, so it's going to be full bound runes going the way of Microsoft.
I think this Spirit Breaker at this point of the game needs to just leave Magnus, and he's got to make some space on this sniper. This Razor has a pretty difficult lane.
Just like charge the sniper and put some pressure on him, right? Like, I feel like even if you don't get the kill, you're gonna get a ton of damage on him.
Oh, he's TP charge? Doesn't get it.
He couldn't cancel the TP on the Lich here.
Dude, this Razor's not having fun mid, I think. I mean, the double boots build as well. Sniper's got another Wraith Band on him as well, so the base damage is quite different.
Alright, well, another Shrapnel comes out. Sniper's level 6 now. I still think they could maybe go for this if Tonka goes for a charge in mid, but instead he's going to charge the Lich again, pressure out the Lich, but not going to be able to get this kill at all.
See, they might try to go on Lich here, but the shoot from Magnus misses.
He's got the, oh, he misses the Shockwave, but this Frost Shield makes it really hard to chase Lich as well. I definitely just want to see a charge on mid. Like, Sniper, he's literally on, like, the other enemy hill. To be fair, there's 2 wards from Microsoft that it will be able to spawn his charge coming from a mile away. So maybe
I just don't think you have
angle.
kill potential on anybody else. I mean, there's a haste bottom. Razor doesn't see that.
Yeah.
But I think you charge Sniper, you get the full link off on him, and you just try to slow him down because he's really going to buy the time.
Alright, well, level 6 now on the Razor, so that definitely increases his kill potential if he can get on top of the Sniper here.
Also makes his last hits way more difficult with that passive proc.
It seems, yeah, I've seen like scenarios where like, you know, you're Moonlight Shadowed as a Razor and then the Eye of the Storm gives it away. Like, I wonder if there's an invisible Razor here.
This might be a kill here. Yeah, this Razor is gonna go down.
Oh yeah, he's for sure dead. Assassinate? Not even needed. The charge is coming through, but Spirit Breaker would probably just die
he gets
as well.
just on the edge of the ward.
No, that's disaster.
But I feel like you just leave this Magnus top. This Magnus is fine.
AM's also been pressured out of lane. He can't TP home either. He has to do the walk of shame.
This is my issue with just one Wraith Band straight into Battle Fury. Like, I think he needs sustainability, and they're just trying to trade out the lane, but their lane control hasn't been where it has to be to execute that.
He's got a Ring of Health on the way. I feel like casual Ring of Health is not the worst either, but he doesn't have a Flying Courier yet. It's being shipped from like his secret shop instead of the enemy secret shop.
All the way, yeah. I feel like you just blink up for that.
But
this AM is pretty low on hits too.
He's I mean, Dota Noob's enjoying this. He's getting all this free experience. He's gonna hit level 5 soon. AM's TPing back in. Do they want to die for this?
They're gonna go on this Lich top.
Alright, charge.
See if the RP comes out.
The Frost
RP?
Arm is running
You
out.
hit the RP.
RP onto 2 heroes. They're gonna be able to get this Lich here, but Ritual is just gonna be able to blink out of there, and he doesn't even need it.
PA not 6 yet too, so this
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker's...
Oh, Sniper's going for an axe first.
let's see it. Let's see the memes.
I mean, he's got the Ogre club, so he can go for like a Dragon Lance, you know, if he decides against memeing, but he's pretty far ahead. And
I think he needs the Force and the Hurricane to be able to deal with this Razor if Razor gets... Like, if they get one charge on this Sniper, he's very much so dead.
Yeah, I mean, this is another thing where, like, it just makes sense for mids to buy a Sentry. Like, around this time, it's almost guaranteed that there's going to be a ward in this mid area. Just buy a Sentry, you'll get the money back, but don't see this Razor buying any Sentries.
This bottom lane is not going well for the AM.
I think this bottom lane is a complete disaster. There's just from, like, minute 0 when AM skilled Blink.
Oh, he gets rooted.
Oh no, he's gonna die as well. Mr. Bot's not able to get through the trees though.
Here, he can't. He turns back.
He's gonna go for the Hex.
Oh no!
And that Spike. The charge is coming through. Can he get any turnaround? The Nogue is completely out of mana, so he has no more spells in the tank. Magnus is coming through. Mr. Bot gets the finger of death on Dota Noob here. Skewer.
Did he catch him? He catched him.
Oh, no bash yet, but Mr. Bot's gonna go down. But Arya Stark, he's gonna kill Tonka here. Alright, the 10-minute boundaries are coming up, so Underlord, does he want to stay behind? If he pops a Mango, he might be able to get something out of this. But TypeScript, he wants the kill here. Their power is still active for quite some time. He's gonna get the bounty for now. He might be able to skewer up the hill, but I think he's gonna make it there in time.
He's not gonna go for it. Meanwhile, the Razor died to the Lich as well. And Sniper picked off Magnus's courier as it was flying after the TP.
Oh, yep. He's committed to the axe now. He's bought the Staff of Wizardry, so unless he wants to build a Meteor Hammer, which I think would be even crazier.
Yeah, I think the Sniper had a pretty free game. He's 5 levels above this. Oh.
He's getting charged though, and Bag has an invis room, but he's spotted now. Charge is still gonna complete. There still is an RP available, but this Sniper has a pretty decent chunk of armor. 9 armor, nothing to scuff
under the tower?
Lich is
No.
here now. Oh no, this is a disaster. Lich, not level 6
RP,
yet.
RP.
But,
oh, he doesn't hit it.
On the Lich, but Sniper, he's just gonna finish everyone off. Mr. Sui is in a lot of trouble now as well. Instant Link finally off on the Sniper, but the Assassinate comes out to finish him off.
He had the moment to RP, and if he had RP'd, it would have gotten rid of.
Yeah, I think like, they had a Sentry the whole time, but they didn't know about it. Like, again...
His Sniper playing very ballsy, too.
I mean, he knew the mag was there, so it's like, I guess I can dodge it.
I'm not sure why they didn't go for the RP there. I feel like that was a pretty good opportunity to slow down this Sniper game.
It was probably their best chance, to be honest, because, I mean, Razor was coming in as well, so you can, like, static link the Sniper.
So I think Magnus kind of has to.
He's in a lot of trouble. There's no figure, but the Pit of Malice, he just dies. And there's a finger up in 30 seconds, so Lion's
He's
gonna
only
be able to get
got 25
another kill.
last hits too, so this Battle Fury, if it does end up coming out, it's going to be insanely late.
Yeah, I think this game, I don't really see how Google is going to be able to come back into this one. You picked an anti-mage, and I mean, I guess it's like somewhat normal for AM to not have the best lane, but I also don't see him coming back into this game. There's a PA who's halfway to a Deso already.
I think they had some opportunities in their lane if they had itemized a little bit better. No Orb of Venom on anybody, and not doing what we talked about, which was just eating the Underlord's mana. Kind of was to their detriment. I also think if they can get the charge on Sniper, that's their whole game plan, is just charge the Sniper and link him. Because once they slow him down, AM will have time to catch up. But this Ogre is still level 5. Not having a fun game either. He's just kind of walking up
Spirit
and
Breaker's
eating
gonna
a ton of
TP bot, but Dodonoob's gonna die here. The charge gets interrupted by the Pit of Malice. Underlord's level 8 with
AM is
75
going for
damage.
it.
Oh, no, he's gonna kill AM here.
No mana for
blinked in
finger.
aggressively. And Mag is here now. He's not gonna be able to get the RP. He doesn't use RP yet.
Is RP right now?
Chainfrost is out.
Nice RP.
With the Pit of Malice.
No,
he's
Razor
gonna
runs
keep them in
into
place.
it.
Oh, there's a huge Chainfrost gonna blow them
no.
all up. That was...
Razor had a second to back out of it, but he had tunnel vision.
That was a complete disaster. An Underlord with 210 bonus damage. Alright, well, it's starting to run off. He needs to get this tower before he runs out of bonus damage. Hit the tower, Arya Stark. What are you doing?
Just trying to stack it right now. So I feel like on the Radiant, their only option at this point is to hit the sniper. I don't think they can kill this Underlord. I think AM just needs us another 10 minutes in the jungle before he's even gonna have anything remotely close.
The Ags on Sniper is complete.
And it disables on the Assassinate too. So this Razor didn't get a game, this didn't get a game. All the eggs are in the Magnus basket, but he's going more for a utility build. He's got the Force Staff in the Arcane.
I feel like a blink would have been nice, but it's also not an easy blink game, right? You gotta work around these like shrapnels and firestorms.
They're just gonna run at towers bottom too. I mean, Underlord has no cares.
I don't even know how to kill this Underlord. Alright, it's gonna be a big clash here. TypeScript's gonna run up the ramp. The Assassinate comes out. It's gonna stun the sniper. Double shrapnel comes out, and Finger of Death will finish off the Razor here. And it's time to run. Oh.
This Razor's kind of
nice
tunnel
smoke.
visioning. Nice smoke. This Razor is tunnel visioning in whatever he sees heroes. He just wants to get the link, but he just can't walk up. He can't deal with that. And they're just creating all the space in the world for CEA.
Oh my god, that did so much damage. The Sniper's just got like 3 clarities in the backpack.
See if he goes like a Saints and Kaya or something, or Yasa and Kaya.
Bloodstone.
Just goes all in.
Bloodstone Octarine Core. Here we go.
The Spearbreaker has haste. I feel like he could charge somebody right now.
Yeah, but I mean he can't kill anyone by himself. He's gonna pick up the bounty runes at least, so looks like 4 bounty runes going the way of Google. They're still 13k gold behind and 15 minutes into the game, so that a coveted 1k gold disadvantage per minute. Oh, the charge is cancelled by the Assassinate. And
That's rude.
Spiritbreaker is dead.
He's very dead. Space. Space created. PA's got her Deso finish now. It just blew out on the courier.
Oh, AM's gonna get chunked by this PA.
They're just gonna run at towers with 4 heroes and just let PA AFK hit creeps. So when she comes out, she's gonna be super scary. They're playing the game that they need to though by not letting it. I don't think AM scares them too much, even with the Battle Fury, but it's just kind of securing their plan. In 60 minutes, they've already run down 2 Q2s.
PA is going to take this top T1 pretty quickly as well with the Deso now.
I feel like you just back up for Roche, and then you make a high ground push here.
Are they going to find AM here? The
They
pings are
smoked for
coming
the
out,
AM.
smoke breaks. He's gonna
Nothing
shoot.
happens, he didn't even see it.
Bubba Man? He didn't see it. It's nighttime. They have vision.
He
Smoke
just
breaks
duked
on the
that out.
sniper. The assassinate comes out, and it's going to be a blink hex on the lion. Oh, barely misses the A up there, but
No finger?
Razor's going to go down. The charge comes through.
Oh no.
It's just a level 6 Spirit Breaker. We'll get another strike off, but I think this game is
Save a body.
pretty
syndrome.
close to over now. Ultra kill
Magnus
for
nowhere to be
side
found.
shot, and Magnus, he's at bot. He's not giving up the rampage.
They don't even need the Aegis, they're just gonna kind of run it. Their advantage is so high right now.
Yeah.
Thunderlord 220 atrophy right now, just chunk the tower. Magnus just going for a split board, he kind of understands the stuff he can do. He's got the Philosopher's Stone for the extra GPM. He might still go for the Blink
Wait, on who?
on Magnus.
Oh yeah. That's probably the best item they can go for right now, right?
Oh, he does
Spirit Breaker
TP
gets
back home.
fingered.
What can he do though? Like even with the RP, do they have the damage to back any of that up? They
I
gotta
don't
kind of
think
get
so.
to that.
The AM is still level 8.
Sniper. Charging sniper. That's
That's
no
a
man's
good
land.
start. 4-star forward, but the RP is
Going for
going
the
to miss the
RP,
sniper.
miss.
And the chain thrust gonna bounce and kill the Ogre to start with. AM getting blown up by Lich here. Double kill already for Bomberman.
He buys back AMP. That's a GG go down.
You can look for a big mana void maybe on the Lich, but it's a level 1 mana void, and Lich doesn't have any mana items, so it's not going to be that big of an explosion.
They're just gonna. I would just go for the inputs
Yeah,
here.
this is. Oh, I fucking just call GG if you're Google. Like,
This PA almost, you know, working on a BKB hasn't even really shown up to anything, but leading the last
PA
phase.
is 0, 0, and 0. That's
That's
how,
what you
like,
love to see.
that's how much of a non-impact PA has.
That's their late game. The sniper just got to run away with this game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they do. This AM bought back, TP top to go split. He still has no Battle Fury. I feel like they can't get Megas here, but even then, I don't think you're going to be able to do anything here. They can just eat your tower. AM has no TP, 50 seconds. Probably just gonna do anything.
Oh, charge is cancelled again by another assassinate. It's so fast as well. It's only 1 second cast time.
Yeah, they're just going to lose their base here.
Nice bait.
Yeah, I don't see many options for them here. Even if they do clear out the creep wave, they have no answer with no RP. Mag did go for the Vlads over the blink.
What?
I think it's just too little too late. Chain Frost comes in Fountain.
They're not really splitting up.
They're not splitting up at all.
Yeah, it does more damage per bounce, but not gonna kill Tonka here.
Slowest charge comes out. Yeah, I think he just GG out of this one. I feel like they missed opportunities on Sniper with the charge mid. I don't think AM
But
itemized correctly bottom lane.
they couldn't charge the sniper anyway, because there was an observer ward like at the top river, like next to like where you next to the ramp, and there was also like another ward in mid. So sniper would have seen that coming from really far away, and just like not buying sentries, I guess. Making sure he
I
gets
feel like-
planted.
Even if you do see the charge coming, it at least makes Sniper scared to walk up to the lane.
Yeah.
So any kind of way that you can buy for your Razor at that time, because Razor is kind of difficult to last hit with if you don't play a ton of Razor. And I think versus Sniper too, just his backswing with Razor is a little bit difficult to navigate. So him outlasting the Sniper, very unlikely. So I think any kind of pressure you just put on the Sniper to let him know his game isn't free could have really helped him there. And one charge with the Link, that Sniper's dead, but it didn't execute that.